Y'all, hello. I I had this whole like thing planned to start, but before I I'm just caught off guard. Before I switched over, I was like clicking between all my tabs on my bottom bar, and I have Microsoft Outlook there for some reason, which I don't use on this PC, and it's beside OBS, and I had Discord open while I was on the start screen, and I accidentally clicked um on Outlook and it opened and I realized that I'm still logged into like I don't know why it's even on here, but I'm logged into my email from my old job, which I don't think should still be accessible. um I wonder if it still works. I'm not gonna try again, but that was kind of a jump scare. They were like, I wonder how I kind of want to go through it. We're not gonna do that, but I just thought that was funny. Anyway, hello! I'm back on the red site. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I'm very nervous. I don't stream here very often, as you may be able to tell. We'll probably talk about that today. But yeah, I took a little break from YouTube, especially streaming here. I get very intimidated streaming here, and I don't know why. Like, it's not that different from Twitch. In fact, in some ways it's less overwhelming than Twitch because there's not like a million redeems and stuff and um people trying to like give me head pats and hydrate me, pour water down my throat. But Twitch can be a bit like intense, but I don't know. YouTube feels so much more formal, I think, is my thing. Twitch is like, let's go live, let's play a game. Let's talk about butts. I don't know, but YouTube is like, you play 1 second of one wrong song and your channel is like, I can't even, this is my BGM, right? I've talked about this before. YouTube get kind of, not angry, but like all of my streams that I use this, which is basically every stream, as it's literally my BGM. Like, YouTube are like, you're using music by Trick Ian, Chris. And I'm like, I know. I paid Ian to compose this. And even he's like, I don't know how to stop that. Like, because it's featured on one of his albums. It's like, which I told him he could do. It's like his music. He's the composer, it's his work. I just wanted something that was unique to me. Because sometimes I'd play music that I like. I'm like, this should be fine, right? And then Twitch would have a connection. And I'm like, what if I just have music that's mine? But what YouTube is like, is this really yours? And I don't know how. Apparently, it has something that Ian has to do. And I don't know how to do that. Anyway, we're getting off topic. Hello. I'm I'm back on the red site. Actually, it's very funny. Like right before I started this, I opened Twitch just like while I was eating toast, and I saw that Yumiko was going live on Twitch for the first time, and I was like, we've traded places, which was kind of funny because YouTube is her thing, and she's trying to figure out how to stream on Twitch. So I'm like, I tried to offer her. She was having some scuff, some technical difficulties, but I could not help her as I'm not very good with OBS myself, as you may imagine. You probably heard on the start screen that big Windows badoing because I closed a window in OBS, and I'm like, do you have to play that sound when I do that while I'm live, OBS? Like, you could have just muted the interface, but okay. Anyway, oh, hang on, someone is... I want to send that thing to... Hang on, I want to show Midnight something. I was talking to her. I'm gonna be... copy link. I think I can do this. Secret. Sending Midnight something. I have plans. Anyway. So I guess I should talk about why I haven't been on Twitch in a while. I mean, been on YouTube. Even though I think Swirl is the only one here, and Swirl probably knows, so this will be for VOD Gang, I guess. I'm so confused by stream times, guys. I'm so confused. I don't know. basically, we can talk about it though, because I think it's kind of important. So, this time last year, I was in a very, very dark place. I was, about this time last year, I think I would have still been there. Yes, I would have probably just finishing or just like deciding to basically quit what was a very, I don't know if I can say that word on YouTube. I think this word is okay. It was a very abusive job. I had a very abusive, horrible job for a multitude of reasons, and I was very, very miserable. Um, in like a really bad place. Like I wasn't doing well on all fronts. I wasn't doing well financially because they wouldn't give me enough hours. So like I wasn't making enough to survive week to week. And I was paid every 2 weeks. So that was great. But I really had enough to survive for 1 week. I had a horrible boss who I wish would unalive in a fire. It was a very bad job. And I didn't like it. And it became really, really bad. And all I wanted to do was quit. And everyone around me was like, don't quit when you don't have another job lined up. And I'm like, the job market is crap. And I think I've talked about this on Twitch and stuff. Part of me is kind of angry at the people who told me that, because I knew deep down for me, I was like, I am very scared to be unemployed and I don't want to have no source of income, but I genuinely think leaving would be best for me, for my well-being. Like it got really bad. A lot of stuff that I can't, YouTube will get very angry at me for, but you guys can like put two and two together. I had some very dark thoughts that I almost nearly acted upon, which were not good, but that's how bad this got for me. And I just wanted to leave this job. It's all I wanted. I just wanted to be out. I'm like, I will figure out a way to make it work if I'm unemployed. Finally, about this time last year, I was like, fuck this. Nah, I'm done. And I handed in my notice. I was like, I literally can't do this. After having like a pretty bad meeting with my boss, I was like, nah, I can't do this anymore. And I was like, I do not care what anyone else tells me, I'm leaving. And it was the best decision I've ever made. The only thing I regret is not doing it sooner. So I quit my job and I was unemployed for about, let me do the count. About 3 months, I think I was without a job. And I streamed a little bit during that time, not on YouTube, obviously, but a bit on Twitch. But I was, like, trying to, because I could at least make a little bit of income, but not enough to, like, survive. So I did that for a while, and then I found another job. The job market was bad, and I was getting very, very, very scared. I was, like, fully convinced I was probably would still be unemployed now. But that was not the case. Basically, the story goes, I don't know if I've talked about this in full on any stream, but basically I applied for a different job, through what was basically a temp agency, and they were like, hey, this job's already been taken, but we like your resume, can we keep you on file? And I went, sure. And about 2 weeks later, they emailed me and they were like, hey, we found this job that we think you'd be good for. And they told me what it was, and I read it, and I was like, I don't know how to do any of that. That does not sound like anything I've ever studied. That is not my field of expertise. Like, I'm a butcher with an English degree who used to work in a museum. Like, what does this... I don't like talking about my current job is now just, I'll get to why, but I was like, look, I need a job. I'll do anything, basically. So I went and met who would become my boss, and they really liked me, and they were like, cool, yeah, you start in like 2 weeks or whatever time. And I've been working there ever since, and I love it a lot, and they keep extending my contract, which is really nice. I was only supposed to be there until like the end of June this year, but they were like, do you want to stay until November? And then about 3 weeks ago, my boss was like, do you want to stay longer? And I was like, yes, I really like it here. And so I have that, but then I went on a bit of a stream hiatus because the job was full time and I was adjusting to a completely new schedule, and I was kind of struggling with streaming. And while I was really happy in my personal life, I was, I had proper income and I had a good job, and I was feeling really happy and really positive. Like, my life was really, really good. But the Vtuber community kind of made me want to rip my hair out, just because I had a bit of a negative relationship with it. Not from anything that I'd personally experienced, just like things around me. And there were parts that I was like, I'm really happy, but none of that happiness is coming from this hobby. So I kind of took a stream break and I was like, do I want to maybe like just... I hate saying graduation when I'm like a little guy, because that feels a bit silly. I think rather than graduating, it would just be like, I'm just not going to stream anymore. If I did, I probably wouldn't do it, like make a big hullabaloo about it. I was just like, I would just be like, hey guys, I'm just like not going to stream anymore. Sorry. And then maybe do like one more and go. But I was like, I still enjoy streaming. I just have issues with a majority of the community and I don't know what to do. So I took a break, focused on my job for a few months. Occasionally I'd hop on if there was like a game I wanted to play or if I wanted to like just yap, because I live alone and I'm very lonely and I was like, none of my friends are available to talk to me, so I'm just gonna talk to you guys. But overall I was like, I don't know. And then something happened a few months ago. So it was probably about... It was more than a month ago. I got a message from my friend Lucia. Lucia Krabs, and who's a very cool VTuber. You guys may know her. She's not really on YouTube. Oh, I think she has a YouTube channel, but she doesn't stream on YouTube. She's on Twitch. She debuted a few months ago, and Lucia is very, very important to me. She sent me a message inviting me to something called Invasion Parasite, which you may have heard of, but not for good reasons, unfortunately. I am going to talk about that. I feel like I'm going to talk about it. I haven't talked about it on Twitch, but I'm going to talk about it here. It was a Minecraft SMP, and I said to her, I was like, I don't play Minecraft. It's not really my game. I've played it maybe like twice in my entire life. It's just not really something I know about. But I'd been invited to this SMP, and it was like 3 days, and I was like, ugh, what the heck? Sure, I'll give it a go. Why not? Like, I have Minecraft installed. I'll try it out. So I did that. Again, I still was occasionally streaming, but not a lot. I hadn't done a schedule in forever or anything. Joined the server for the SMP, and it was building up to the time, and I was like, at the time, I wasn't even sure if I was gonna do it because I was on like a full like social media sabbatical for like a week, because I was just like the week before it started, because some shit happened and I was just like, oh, fuck this place, like just I really had a very, very negative relationship with the wider VTuber community. And again, it was just like stupid because it was like I wasn't going through any personal drama or anything. It was just like things happening around me that was making me very angry and very nasty feeling, and it was like, this is affecting me a lot, and it shouldn't be affecting me, because again, my personal life was doing quite well. Like I was genuinely really happy, but I was feeling very stressed over like the spats of other people, and it was like, this is not healthy. But I said, you know what, I'll come back for Invasion, because I made a promise to Lucia and Arisa, the other host of the event, and I was like, and I don't feel like it's good for me to back out. So I asked my good friend Waddings, Banjo, if he'd make me a Minecraft skin, because he can do that, and he did that for me, and I joined, and I had a really, really nice time. I didn't get to play too much. I couldn't the last day because I had work, but I did a few streams, and I met some really cool people and made lots of friends, and I had a really good time with Invasion, and I was like, I like this. This is nice. And this was an event. There were other people besides VTubers. It was any content creators. But I was like, this is fun. And all these people are great. And I'm very happy. I like this. I like this a lot. So after Invasion ended, I decided to come back. And for the last 2 weeks, I've been doing full schedules and basically streaming full time. Yeah. That's basically where I am at the moment. So yeah, I'm trying this out again. It's nice. yeah. Hmm. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Sorry, guys. I'm sorting shit out. But yeah, that's basically where I am. Swirl, who are you waving at? So yeah, and I've been having a lot of fun, and I'm kind of steamrolling ahead with the YouTubes. But yeah, it's about where I am. So yeah, I guess speaking of invasion, because I haven't talked about it yet, I haven't wanted to because I feel like it's kind of in bad taste for Arisa and Lucia. But Invasion was kind of in the VTuber news, but not for very nice reasons, and I think that's a real shame because I genuinely loved the event and like 90% of the experience was wonderful and like I had no complaints. But you may have seen if you've been on like VTuber news Twitter that there was a thing. I'm not gonna name any names because I just don't want to give those people any clout, but basically there was a member of the server who had basically a nothing burger happen to them. But they decided to use it to start drama with another big agency VTuber who was there. And kind of shit hit the fan. It sucked. I it was just I felt really really bad because Arisa and Lucy had put so much into the event and I had no complaints about it. I never encountered this individual, but I'm kind of nosy. I'm a little bit of like I like being a bit of a fly on the wall, and I was like I have been admittedly kind of keeping up with it just because I'm kind of curious. But it was kind of icky because like Muujin did a video on it and I did watch it and I don't know, it's like I already have a problem with like VTuber drama channels, but like that in particular made me feel weird because like there were my friends' names coming up in that. Like hearing like Lucia and then like Val spoke about this person because they'd had an altercation with them and Val's tweet was like in this video and I'm just I don't know, I didn't like it. It was really weird. I'm like none of them had done anything wrong in this situation. It was entirely this one person who I don't know who apparently had an entire laundry list of just baggage. But it just made me feel really icky, man. I don't know. I thought Invasion was a great time, but anything like that, I guess there's always going to be a few, you know, bad apples when the orchard's that big kind of thing, you know. But I hope that that person didn't ruin what I thought was a really wonderful event. Like, I made so many friends, and I got to hang out with a lot of people that I don't, well, I consider like they're like VTuber mutuals or people that I am friendly with. I don't really get to hang out with. Like, I got to spend some time with like Lazu and Psycho and stuff, and they're all people that I really admire, and yeah, it was really cool. Hi Jude! We're good, we're just talking about the Minecraft SMP I was in. How are you doing? How are you doing? So yeah, that kind of sucked, but I was like, I'm just gonna, you know, water of a duck's back, as Jinx Monsoon would say. I was, yeah, I had to make sure, but I think everything's okay now. But then they came back a few days ago, the person who caused it all, and it was like, Google Docky, and everyone read it, and they were like, these are all doctored images, I think, and it was like, great. So, yeah. Which does kind of bring me back to a point. So, I was talking about before how I took my break. I worked Black Friday. Oh god, are you okay? I thought like Black Fridays have kind of toned down now because most people just shop online. Like a few years ago, people died on Black Friday. But yeah. This is the clapping emoji. Oh, it looks like a wave. I couldn't say, sorry, I'm learning YouTube. I'm learning YouTube streams, guys. I'm learning. I'm learning. Yeah, as I was saying, I got the new job. And unlike my old job, that it was interesting because my old job I used to talk about on stream pretty often in ways that I could without doxing myself. I just clean as well. Okay, that's pretty good then. I will say I'm very grateful to not be in a customer facing role anymore, my old job. But I used to talk about it pretty often because it was, admittedly, while I hated it, it was pretty interesting. And often when I told people what my job was, they'd be like, that sounds really cool. And I'm like, it does sound cool. I hate it. I hate this job. But my new job, while I like it a lot more, it's a lot less eventful, and I actually, even if I had stuff to talk about, I don't, but even if I did, I don't think I'd share that much. And the reason for that is because my job, without giving away what my current place of employment is, I'm under a pretty strict confidentiality agreement, kind of an NDA, because of what I handle. I think I have talked about this before, but I handle medical documentation. That's all I'll say. It's this most info as you guys get. Which again was one of the reasons I was confused. I have not studied medicine. I'm not a fucking doctor, but they were like, this is what you're doing now. And again, I really, really love my job. But because of that, obviously there's people's private medical documentation and all this other stuff. And it's made me feel it's very interesting being in the VTuber space, because people will just be so quick to just, you know, air out people's dirty laundry. Again, Google Docky, you know, and like take these little tiny things are put on blast for thousands of eyes to see. And I'm like, if I did this in my job, anything, like, I'd lose it. It's crazy to me. So my moral is that I think every VTuber should work in a job where you are under this kind of NDA, because people don't care. They'll plant seeds, in their next lives and all this stuff. And I just think it's crazy. Like, it's so interesting to me. And like this was another reason I took a break from streaming, because I started this new job and was handling this private information belonging to people who, you know, are essentially trusting me and my employer with this stuff. They you know, again, I have to be very, very, very vague. And I'm like, I wouldn't ever want, I mean, ironically, I am a VTuber, but I wouldn't ever want a VTuber to have this information of mine, because they'll just post it on fucking Twitter. Like, you know what I mean? Like, this is, I think, is so fascinating. And I really think, yeah, breaks are good. It really, it didn't change my tune. I already wasn't going to share information about that with people anyway, but even in DMs, sometimes I get messages from, like, people in the thing of just, you know, weird little, like, I'm doing air quotes right now, you just can't see, tea, and I'm like, I don't really want to know this. Like, this is, unless it's, like, genuinely, like, information I need to know. Like, someone's done something genuinely vile and you have concrete proof. You know, I'm talking like breaking the law kind of thing, like genuinely despicable behavior. I don't really care. They're bad to say. If you had a fight with a friend of mine, or you heard through the grapevine that someone I associate with was kind of being a doo-doo head one time, I don't care. I'm really sorry. Like, you know, just, like, keep it to yourself. Sorry. It doesn't make me think badly of the person you're talking to me about. It makes me think badly of you, or the person who told you this information, because I'm like, why are you... This is such high school shit. Like, Jesus Christ, we're all anime characters on the internet. Sorry. I got very heated there. There's something I've been holding in for a little while, and I thought YouTube is the place I'm going to divulge it. Yeah, so that was another reason I took my break. I was like, I don't want to be part of this fucking circus anymore. But I decided to come back. And I'm glad. I've been having a lot of fun. Me and Tyre had a lot of scuff when we tried to play Little Nightmares the other day. I'm very sorry if you were at that stream. Both of us were just having bizarre issues, and I don't know why that game hated us. But I got to learn a bit of Mahjong after. That was pretty cool. Otherwise, yeah, so now I'm just trying to figure out... I mean, I do have plans. But, now that I'm back and know I want to be back and want to stream on YouTube, I'm kind of trying to figure out stream on YouTube and Twitch, I should say. I'm trying to figure out like what I want to do. I want to do more collabs with people, but I get very, very shy in collabs. Um, yeah, I have some ideas, but I want to do more like bigger projects than just hitting go live all the time. I want to do like lore stuff, and I always said that I'd love to do a cover one day, but I'm not a very good singer. Have you tried multi-streaming? I've been thinking about it because I have so many friends who do, and there's no reason why I can't. I know there are rules, like on Twitch you can't show your YouTube chat on stream, I think is a rule. There's like little things that's like I'm gonna talk to some friends about it who do it. Like Kendra does it, I think Midnight does it. Yeah, I have a few buds who do it. Mumbo does it. So I'm gonna maybe have a talk to one of them and be like, do you think this is a good idea? Because I do think it's good to like branch out, and I would like to try getting YouTube partner. I think that would be good. But YouTube partner is kind of hard to get. It's a lot more stressful than Twitch affiliate. I got Twitch affiliate within like a week of when I started streaming, which was really good. But then after that, yeah. Which hasn't done anything to me about my YouTube chat being on the actual video. Apparently you be careful with that. I don't know, don't like shoot the messenger, but a lot of people say like, hey, maybe if Twitch catch on, they get very upset. I don't know about that, dude. I don't know. I've just heard, so I'm gonna err on the side of caution if I decide to do it. Which maybe I will. Maybe I will start multi-streaming. Because here's the thing: the reason I started on Twitch was because when I started streaming, all my friends streamed on Twitch, but then I made friends with a bunch of people who streamed on YouTube. But I'd already kind of like Twitch was where I'd built my audience, and I did a few YouTube streams, and it wasn't that they did badly or anything, but you know, Twitch was kind of where I was. And then because I took my break, especially from YouTube, this is really sad, but I kind of felt like I'd kind of been left in the dust. And you should never compare yourself to other people when doing it, you know, comparison will kill you. But I was like, all my YouTube buds are like flying ahead of me. I don't know. I feel like I've made my little nest on Twitch. I don't need to, you know, I need to branch out. But maybe that's a bad way of looking at it. But I have so many friends who stream on YouTube now that I'm almost, like, I think I have more. Oh, maybe not. I don't know. So I might do multi-streaming. Maybe we'll do a multi-stream next week. We could try that. One thing I do want to do that I probably will do as a multi-stream is I want to do a donathon. Because I said it on YouTube. I said it on. I heavily hinted it earlier this week on Twitch when I was doing my my golf. Is it golf or go? Because I was told in art, because it's clearly based on. Sorry, I'm going on one of my famous tangents, but like on Twitch, not Twitch. I was streaming. You know, focus on your avatar. And when I took art history in high school, I was told that it's Van Gogh, or Van Gogh, because it's clearly based on him, the name. But some people say Van Gogh, so I don't know what they intended for the game. I've been saying Go, but anyway, I was streaming that, doing a little, writing up my own Google Docie, but I wasn't calling anyone out, it was for an artist. It was references, compiling some stuff for a friend, because Lulu 3.0 is in the works. Yeah, I want a new model, so that's in the works, but it's going to be very, very, very expensive, so I want to do a dono stream just to help me, because while my job does pay decently, it's still a lot, especially with currency conversion and everything, so I want to try to do a donathon, and it might be good to do that on YouTube, so I'm just spreading it to more people. The only thing is I don't know when I'm gonna do it or how, because with a donathon you stream every single day for quite a long time. I can't do that, I have a full-time job, so I need to to figure out how to do it. Whether I just come home from work and then just stream, but I know I'm gonna burn myself out if I do that. So I need to figure out a way to do the donathon. I'd like to do it sometime in December or January. But I need to figure out how to do it. I need to figure out what my goals will be. I have a few in mind, but they're pretty basic ones, like, yeah. The problem is that some VTubers do, like, face reveals and stuff, but I did that not that long ago, so it's not going to be very exciting. You can scroll through my Twitter. My face is there. Yeah, but I could do, like, you guys post a tweet, maybe, like, spicy art commission. Yeah, so I do have 3.0 in the works. At the moment, I'm just reaching out to different people to do some work for it. But yeah, I might do that. So maybe that'll be a multi-stream. But we could try to do a multi-stream next week. I just don't know what we do. We could play, like, we need to play Dispatch. Everyone says Dispatch is really good. We could do Dispatch. Mumbo sent me a new game that he wants to play. It's by the same people who made Little Nightmares 1 and 2, because Little Nightmares 3 was made by a different team. And I have a personal vendetta against Little Nightmares 3 because me and Tayo had such an issue with that game, and I don't know if that was an us thing or if that was the game, because I don't know. Anyway, what is that game called? Let me hang on, let me pull up my DMs with mums. Let me find it. What was that game called? Let me pull up my DMs. Reanimal. Reanimal? I don't think it's Reanimal because it sounds like renal, which is like medical stuff to do with peeing. More Lethal Company. Do I want to play more Lethal Company? Lethal Company's kind of like had its time. I love Lethal Company. It's fun, but I don't know. I've never played. You know what I've never played, and a lot of people are really shocked. I've never played Repo. I feel like I need to play Repo with someone. I don't particularly like content warning. I've said this before. I played it like once or twice. I really don't find content warning very fun. Controversial opinion. It's not really a fan of content warning. It's funny, but if you get caught in very specific situations, you're kind of just left to do nothing, and it's... At least with like Lethal Company and Among Us. Oh. Mama Butcher is calling. I wonder if I should I answer? Hang on, guys. I'm gonna just answer the call from my mother. One sec. Okay, never mind. I guess I'm not. I guess she hung up. I don't know. Okay. I just had the notification came up on my phone and I was like, maybe I should answer this, but then she hung up on me, so okay. Thanks, Mum. I'll call her back after stream. Yeah. So I could try multi-streaming. Well, Lethal Company. I like Lethal Company. I've played it in a while. But I don't think I want to do that for a multi-stream. I don't want to do a collab because, like, that's me having to keep an eye on both chats and the people I'm playing with and, like, just troubleshooting the multi-stream. I think it's going to be a solo stream for that. But, yeah, I don't know if I'm in the mood for Lethal Company at the moment. Has it had any updates? Maybe if things have, like, changed in it. Just every time I play it, it's kind of the same. Do you know what I really miss playing? Among Us. Among Us is still fun. But every time I'm like, I want to play Among Us, everyone is like, ew. Like, it's kind of, really, Lulu? It's like a bit 2020, and I'm like, but Among Us is fun. I like Among Us. But no one ever wants to play with me. Because they think it's dumb. They're like, do you want to play Goose Goose Duck? It's kind of similar. And I'm like, no, I want to play Among Us. Among Us is just a really well-designed multiplayer game. Because even if you're dead, you can still do shit. Like, the game, no matter what, you can still, like, the game is very well balanced, in my opinion. You're never bored, kind of thing. Whereas, I don't know, like, what was the other one that I hated Lockdown Protocol. I'm really sorry if you like that game. I already played it once, and I played with some really great people, and I was really grateful to be invited to that collab, and I had left, but I really don't like that game. That one, like, that game sucked. I'm sorry, I hated Lockdown Protocol. Yeah. Yeah. I'll think of something. Maybe we'll try a multi-stream next week. I haven't really decided what I want on my schedule next week. Is Dispatch still on sale for, like, Black Friday? Oh, I think it is. Maybe I should grab it. Because everyone says Dispatch is really good. Superhero workplace comedy where choices matter. This Dispatch looks really cool. Maybe I'll, like, just... That's on my wish list. What have I got on my wish list at the moment? Let's see if there's any games that I wanted and never bought. Wait, there is one I want to play. Hang on, hang on. Oh wait, it might actually be in my... Oh, I still really want to play Outer Wilds, because every time I ever hear anyone play Outer Wilds, they're like, oh my god, it's 40% off at the moment. Ooh. I've always said I wanted to play Outer Wilds. Bye Sweet. I want to play Bye Sweet Carol. Also Corporeal, well I don't know when it's coming out. It's a New Zealand horror game. That looks amazing. Bye Sweet Carol. I really want to play this. This is the one that looks like a Disney. It's a horror game that looks like a Disney thing, like a Disney movie, but it's a horror game. That looks cool. Maybe we'll give that a go. I do... Oh, there is one thing. I do have a collab planned with... Oh, yay! I got a commission back. I'm very happy. Yeah, I'm wanting to do a stream with my lovely, lovely friend, Miss Inkrose. We've been talking because she recently debuted with her new PNG tuber, which looks amazing. Shout out to Cranberry Inari who did that model. It's so cute. Yeah, Cranberry followed me. I was like, oh, after the stream, after it debuted. I have a new friend. Cranberry's sweet. But yeah, I was like, wow, this is so cool. So I said to Ink, do you want to do a stream together? And so we're planning to do something in the coming weeks, but it's just figuring out time is a bit tricky, but we are gonna do something. Yeah. So yeah, me and Ink want to do something. That'd be cool. Since Ink streams on YouTube, maybe I will try and multi-stream that. We do have a game in mind. We have a few we've been discussing. So we'll... Yeah, we had a few in mind. But I'd love to do a stream with Ink, because that would be fun. Bit of a drag. Oh yeah, it was Thanksgiving yesterday. Happy Thanksgiving to you Americans. We don't... People get very surprised when you tell them we don't have Thanksgiving here. But, like, it's... Thanksgiving is only an American holiday. It's very much celebrating a very American thing that happened, you know. We do not do Thanksgiving here. Though, at work, I was really sad on... not yesterday, but the day before, so it would have been, like, because technically, I'm trying to forget. Anyway, on Thursday at work, we have an American who works in my office in our, company, and they made pumpkin pies and brought them to work. We had pumpkin pies and stuffing, and they were like, "Happy Thanksgiving" to my Kiwi coworkers. Yeah, it's a day that, it exists in the States, but so they were like, "Hey, I'm thankful for you guys." But I was really sad because I had a meeting when they brought the pumpkin pie out, and then by the time I went up to get it after my meeting, it was gone, and I was really sad. So I really wanted a slice. It was kind of probably too early for pumpkin pie. And I tried one of the little crumbs that were left. It was very good. But damn, we really ate through them. There were two, massive pumpkin pies. But I didn't want to have it before the meeting, because that would have been me eating pumpkin pie at 8:30 in the morning. And, that's a lot of sugar for that early in the morning. But yeah, I thought that was really cute. They were like, I know it's not a New Zealand thing, but they brought in, to celebrate over here. And I thought that was really, really nice. I am very thankful for all of you guys, and thankful for being patient with me while I took my sort of stream semi-sabbatical this year. But I think I'm back now, and I'm ready to go into full swing. I'm feeling very positive. I think I figured out how to manage my need to deal with, my issues. So yeah, in fact, I am... What the hell is this game? I have a game in my wishlist and I don't even remember putting it here. A gardener gets hired as a maintenance worker over the weekend. Oh, this is that horror gardening game. You, look after a garden and then in the evening it's a horror game. Could groan. Big walk. Oh, I'm so excited. I'm just looking at my... Sorry, I'm looking at my... Yeah. I think we should play Dispatch. Maybe I will purchase Dispatch right now and we're going to play that this weekend. Do you know what fucking sucks about Steam? So I wanted to... I don't remember if I've talked about this, but I wanted to purchase Go for Kyo Mama as a gift. And it would not let me because apparently, because of currency conversion, some games you just can't gift to people overseas because they're the payment, the cost is different. And I'm like, just let me pay the price that it would be for Kyo then. I don't understand why this is a thing on Steam. It's so weird. I guess I could have just messaged Kyo and PayPal'd her the money, but I was just I wanted to it to be a surprise on Steam. I wanted to be hey, look guys, Kyo, I bought you this game because Kyo wants it, but Kyo was I'll wait for it to be on sale. Because I wanted to play, and I think it's very much a game that I think Kyo would enjoy. But I couldn't. It wouldn't let me. I was so sad. Anyway, let's get Dispatch. We'll play it this week. I agree to purchase. Working. Yay! I won't install it because it'll probably slow the stream down. But I just bought Dispatch, so we're gonna play Dispatch next week. Yay! We do need to finish... What's it called? I don't like breaking no players online up so much, but the game's been kind of annoying me. It's fun, but it has a lot of flaws. And we should finish Static Dread, because that one I seriously thought we would get done in 1 or 2 streams, that one. But I had to finish that on Twitch, because it started on Twitch. That won't be a YouTube thing. But yeah, maybe we'll try and finish Static Dread this week. Because I keep saying I'm going to finish it, and then I don't. Yeah. But we'll play Dispatch, because I've heard nothing but good things about Dispatch, and there's a lot of cool voice actors in it, and I like story-heavy games, so we'll do that. That'll be fun. That'll be pretty cool. That'll be pretty poggers. Yeah, cool. Anyway, yeah, but I'm back on YouTube now, so hopefully I'll do some more YouTube streams. I'd like to do more... I was thinking, so before I had the stream, I realized I was out of butter, and I wanted to be able to put butter on my toast, because I felt like toast, so I went on a walk, and I was like, well, rather than just walking down to the convenience store around the corner and buying, a tub of, Olivani or whatever, toast spread. I was like, I'm gonna go and get a little matcha from my favorite place that makes it, because I'm a performative female, I don't know. It's really good, okay? They do this blueberry matcha I really like. So I went and got one of them. While I was walking, I was thinking about, oh, I'm gonna stream on YouTube in an hour. And I was thinking about how I have 2 Butcher's Block highlights up. And the problem with Butcher's Block is because I haven't done one in a while, a lot of the streamers that I've done them with, I had them all archived on my Twitch. a lot of them aren't around anymore. A lot of them have like Athena, the last one I just uploaded like a few months ago. I think like a month after I uploaded that stream, he announced his graduation, and I was like, oh, okay. Wonder what ever happened to that guy. Anyway. Sorry. But yeah, I mean, Lezu was the other one, and Lezu's still around. He was an invasion with me. I was hanging out with Lezu, but yeah, like, I think who's like Siren has graduated, and I mean, technically Gummy is still around, Echo, but Echo's rebranded. Like, they're still on the same account and everything. They're now Eerie, I think. Eerie Echo Hound. Their model is really cool. So I'm like, I don't know if I can really upload theirs anymore. I could still do Zombas. I could still Tigers. Tigers would be a good one to do. Actually, maybe I'll talk to Arctic after this. Yeah, Tigers might be next. Tigers would be good. And then the Cronies as well. Like, I'd like to do Cronies, but the problem is I did Cronies Butcher's Block, one of the first ones, and Cronies changed so much since he first debuted. Like, I interviewed him like the week of his live 2D debut, and then Cronies grown to like the second biggest New Zealand VTuber, and like he's got like a whole like second model, and like it's just gonna be a very different Necroniville, so I don't really know if I can do Cronies. Shout out to Crony, I love Crony, but yeah, I don't know. Like, that would, I feel like it's like the time's kind of passed. Tiger I could definitely still do. But yeah, I'll have to see. The first one was like, the first one I did was with Midnight, and like Midnight has a completely different model now. I don't know if Midnight would like it if I upload one that's her old chibi. She's like ascended to Full Moon Goddess. I do want to bring Butcher's Block back, by the way. I do miss it, but it's just I want to make it better. And also because I now have a full-time job, it's actually really difficult for me to organize times with people. We used to do it in the weekend for me anyway, which is like a Saturday for me today. So we still could. But yeah. Because I know a lot of people who I'd probably really like to have on. Like, I've got people bouncing around in my head that would be very, very fun. I'm just thinking, yeah. Maybe we will. I think I'd like to, but Butcher's Block is just... We'll do season 2. Like, we did 21 episodes. I met some amazing people. We will see what season... We'll do a season 2 at some point. It's not a dead series. I want to make it better. But yeah, maybe when Lulu 3.0, which hopefully will be here in the new year. Again, I have plans, guys. I'm very excited. I want to talk about it, but I can't. I want to keep my cards close to my very bouncy chest. Always here. Thank you, Mason. Oh yeah, YouTube's changed the thing where now it's all your ats, and everyone's angry about it, and I am too. Because, like, okay, so here's the thing. So I have 2 YouTube accounts. I have this one, which is Road Called Rose, which I just use for streaming, and I only really follow, like, my friends on it. I don't watch YouTube from this account. I have a second YouTube account that I've had since I was, like, 12 years old, and that's what I use to, like, subscribe to just everyone I watch. And I have YouTube Premium on it, so I don't get ads, and it's, like, my personal... I have 1 subscriber on that account, and I'm like, why, like, I think I made a community post on it, and I was like, I don't know who you are or why you've subscribed to this. There will never be anything uploaded on this channel. But I never will. But my @ is not... But I use that... Swirl, is it you? Are you the one subscribe? I'm never going to use that account. You can stay subscribed, but I'm never uploading anything to that account. I'm serious. It's just like my little side fun account. But my display name on that was Lulu. But my @ isn't, and I use that to chat in different chats, and I was really annoyed because and I change my icon on that account sometimes. And I'm really paranoid that like people won't recognize me anymore. Like, I sent a super to my Oshi, and I was like, when he was streaming, and I was like, I'm really worried that you won't know this is Lulu, because I think I'm in his chat enough that he does recognize me. I don't mean that in like a parasocial way. I just mean that in like a chat regular way. Um, and he's like, no, I still know it's you, Lulu. But I actually changed the @ to have Lulu in it, and now it looks messy, and I don't like it. I liked Lulu with the little heart beside my name, and I can't have that now because it's my @ So it's Lulu underscore the name of that, which I'm trying to keep like. It's not hard to find, I guess, but it's like, I don't know. It's my private account. No one really needs to know what it is. It's just, yeah. I also use it to manage stuff on this because like I want to see what this YouTube looks like as a viewer. So sometimes I'll like I'll like look at this YouTube account from my personal and then see how like the stream looks to you guys. So yeah, but that's been a bit of a debate in Twitch. No one cares, but on YouTube I have noticed that a lot of, I think it's because YouTube is where like the big corporates are. That's like where like Hololive and like Niji Sanji and like First Aid stream. So a lot of VTuber fans who are also VTubers get a little bit worried that if they talk in their chats from their like streaming account, that it be quote unquote like clout chasing. I don't really give a shit about that. I just sort of use it for like cleanliness, I guess. It's just nice to have like my personal watching account and like this account. That's just for me to stream, and I don't have like a sub box with like hundreds and hundreds of subscribers and everything, you know. I only subscribe to like my friends from this account just to like give their channel a little boost. But I never watch. Oh, I'll watch my friends from this channel because they'll know me from like my name. But yeah, anyway. I have a secret account. That's my like fan account. But yeah, I don't really care if someone wants to watch from the, I mean, it's their YouTube account. Like what, they have to make a whole nother account just so they can be a VTuber who watches people in the same industry as them. That's so stupid, man. I don't do it because I'm like, oh, it looks clout chasey if I do it. I didn't really want my VTuber account to be the YouTube account I've had since I was literally like 12. And I don't know, some ancient YouTube videos I probably left embarrassing comments on, and then suddenly it's this account, you know, that's kind of weird. So I'm like, I'm gonna, yeah, start fresh. I think was just nicer, if that makes sense. But I've noticed some people get a little bit embarrassed, and I'm like, I don't think you need to be embarrassed about it. You know, I think people, the clout thing is so weird because I don't think people would be VTubers if they didn't watch VTubers. Like if they didn't have people that they look up to. There's no shame in like being a fan of VTubers as a VTuber. I think that's so weird. It's like, of course, like I am a fan of other VTubers. Why would I be doing it if I wasn't inspired by other people? Like, why would a person want to write a book if they didn't read other books by authors and be like, I want to be like that? You know what I mean? Everyone is someone's inspiration. I don't know. I like to think that maybe I inspired some of my friends to start VTubing. I don't know if that's true, but I did have some friends who wanted, you know, to get started a little bit after me. And I like to think, is it conceited? Sometimes I think, oh, maybe this was my doing. My want to be a VTuber was that I'd always wanted to stream or do like content creation online, but I was very terrified of showing my face because I have like self-esteem issues. So I was like, what if I do this thing where I can look like a sheep? One of these days I will get that furry model. And you'll all be sorry. I'll be a real sheep. Nah. Da -da -da. Sorry. I haven't listened to my BGM in a while because I've been playing so many games, and usually I'll just use like their, you know, I'll use their music, so it's sort of nice to hear this again. I can't wait for YouTube to inevitably be like, you're using Tricky and Chris's music. I know. We talked about this at the beginning of stream, but yeah. Alright, yeah, so I do want to try multi-streaming. I think I've done my little YouTube catch-up. It's been good to be here. I actually think I might do another stream today because I want to get some work done. I wonder if I could do that as a multi-stream. I probably need more time to set up. I might go live later tonight on Twitch. It'll probably just be Go. But I want to do some... Oh, I haven't talked about this on YouTube. I'm making a game. I'm making a visual novel. Yeah, this is a new YouTube update. I'm making a visual novel based on my like very, very long time, like over a decade long passion project where we withered. I'm making a little video game. What do you call it? Visual novel demo. I'm really excited. I have a really cool team. And it's gonna be really good, but I gotta finish the script. I'm very behind on that because I've been very, very busy with work and getting back into streaming. So I need to lock in and finish that. Yeah, I hope people will play it when it comes out. It'll be sometime in 2026. Some really cool stuff. I'm getting help from a lot of my buds. Aka's been helping and Ink's been helping, and I'm very excited. So I hope you will all enjoy it when it is here sometime next year. Yeah. So I might go live later tonight, I don't know, but it'll be on Twitch, not here. It'll be a very chill stream, it'll literally just be me working, and I'll put the room code up, and if you guys want to play, you guys can hop in and work with me, but you also could just not. You could also... but yeah, maybe I'll do that, but I just wanted to kick things off in good old YouTube land, come see you guys again, and say hello. How are you? How's it going? It's been a while. But yeah, thank you for stopping by, I guess. I can't raid anyone because I don't have YouTube partners, so unfortunately I couldn't. I mean, I could like manually, I could just tell you guys all to go to the person, but it's not really a raid. They'll be like, hi, Lulu told me to show up. So maybe not today, but I will maybe see you guys on Twitch tonight. Although I also, on my schedule, I do have something maybe tomorrow. If it is, it'll be on Twitch. I don't know what it's going to be. I might not stream. It depends how I'm feeling. I did say like, hey, this is a super tentative stream. It's probably, we'll see. But I'm really enjoying streaming again for the first time in a really long time, so yeah, maybe I will, but I don't know what that will be. Maybe I don't really feel like playing No Players Online again, at least for, like, I want to finish it, but I don't really want to play that at the moment. Maybe we'll finish Static Dread, because I really like Static Dread, it's just the game is so much longer than I thought it would be. I thought I would, again, I've said this earlier in this stream, I thought it would be like 2 episodes max, but it's like, I've done like 4 streams, and it's still not over. So, yeah. So, yeah. I am gonna go, I have laundry in the dryer. I have a very exciting life. I should probably go fold. Ugh. I don't know. But we can hang out. But yeah, I'll see you guys. I think I'll probably will stream again before the weekend's over, and then next week I think maybe I am going to do Dispatch as a multi-stream. I think I will. I think that's what I'm going to do. I think that sounds fun. I don't know what day that will be. I'll figure it out either tomorrow night or Monday, which is when I make my schedules, but I think that might be a good way to get back into it. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, why not? That could be cool. Alright, anyway. I'm going to head off. Only a little stream today. But I love you guys. Thank you for hanging out with me on YouTube again. How surreal. I will see you all later. Hopefully more Rokuro streams now. I'm back off hiatus. Yay. Bye.